Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Far Post podcast presented by Massachusetts 250, commemorating a history of possibility. We are recording live from the Meet the Greats event at the Sports Illustrated Pavilion at Gillette Stadium, all part of the club's first ever Alumni Night, celebrating 30 seasons of New England Revolution soccer. It's an incredibly exciting weekend. It's an incredibly exciting podcast. I'm Jeff Lemieux.
Boo.
You can't...
Boo.
You can boo me all you want. You cannot take the shine off this night for me. You can't. You can't. Boo me all you want. 13-year-old Jeff, who got this jersey at a New England Revolution match in 1996, is kind of mind blown about what's going to happen this evening. 41-year-old Jeff's pretty excited about it as well, because this is an incredibly exciting episode of the Far Post podcast. Guys, we've been doing this show for, 15 years at this point. We've done something like 350, 400 episodes of this show, but we've never done anything like this, because tonight what we're going to do is have on, between 10, 12 of the most exciting guests we've ever had on the Far Post podcast. Revolution legends who are going to come on and tell us stories. Are we good? Are we okay with audio?
We can all do each other
around me.
The people can't hear us.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay,
yeah.
that's fine. We're going to tell exciting stories. People can listen to the podcast later. I want to get to our guests very, very quickly, because we have these exciting guests joining us to tell us great stories about their time with the Revolution. But Cahal, just quickly,
yes.
very, very quickly first.
Yes.
This is the first ever Alumni Night for the Revolution. I just wanted to get your take on why this was important now 30 years into the history of the New England Revolution, why it was important to have an event like this, bring all of these guys back together and sort of celebrate the first 29 seasons of New England Revolution soccer.
I mean, truth be told, it's late, right? We should have done this before now. We probably should have had one at 20, probably should have had one at 10, but better late than never. So 30 years, it's time. It's just time to look back on where everything started. You look across MLS and what the league has become and where it's going. And it's time to take a look back at our history and celebrate the great players and the great moments we've had.
All right. Well, we're going to start this show off with
a bang.
An absolute bang. We're going to bring on...
We're setting the bar very high.
Our first two guests, both members of the Revolution's inaugural season in 1996, both former U.S. national team players, World Cup veterans, forever part of New England Revolution history.
We throw the word legend around a lot.
We do.
Sometimes, when we shouldn't, but I think it's absolutely apropos right now.
100% warranted for New England Revolution legends, Joe Max Moore and Alexi Lalas. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I'll start, Joe Max, by telling you this 96 kit, which I got, like I said, at a game in 96. Whenever people ask me, as a longtime employee of the Revolution, who my favorite player was growing up, it was you. So thank you so much for being here on the podcast.
Of course, thank you.
This space between you is deliberate.
It's I'm not actually allowed to get any closer. But for you guys, I just want to start by asking what this weekend has been like for you, just reconnecting with a lot of guys who you didn't necessarily play with, but are part of the New England Revolution history, like you. What's it been like just sort of getting together, hanging out, telling stories over the course of the past couple of days?
It's been amazing. We spent the last night having some dinner, having a glass of wine or two, telling some old stories. A lot of the same people doing most of the talking. Taylor Twellman, Matt Reis. But we've been able to catch up. I haven't seen a lot of these guys in years. Alexi and I see him on TV once in a while. I text once in a while with Alexi, but we haven't seen each other for the most part in a long time. It's been great. Be back, see all the fans, see the new stadium up close. I guess see the new training center, which is beautiful. I mean, far different than Babson and some of the other places we used to train at. So it's been great. Happy.
I'm just going to tell a quick story about Joe Max.
Do it.
So we were up at the mezzanine level up there, and I kid you not, I mean, this has been wonderful. We've been here, and the 30 season celebration has been going on, and everywhere you look, it's 30 and all that. And Joe Max, right before we came down, turned to me and he said, "Has it been 30 years?" And all he had to do was look down or look around or anything. So yes, it has been 30 years, 30 incredible years on and off the field, ups and downs. But to Joe Max's point, it goes like that. And it feels like yesterday that we were down in the sombrero in Tampa kicking off all of this, and Welton was running around, and Teddy Chronopoulos, and all of those types of players. But I think it was really great. Brian gave us a tour of the digs over there. Mm-hmm. And yes, as the saying goes, you've come a long way, baby, and we certainly have. But I think what really was impressive is the history and the tradition. And yes, you win games, you lose games. All of that comes and goes, but the people that you have and the memories that you have, I know that's an authentic shirt because I have a few of my own, and what happens over the decades is, and I can see it from here, the collar will get yellowish. And so if you ever want to know if it's an authentic 96 Revolution jersey, just look at the collar. And that's what happens. So there you go. There we go. That's old school. Oh, very old school.
A lot of Lemieux sweat in that call.
So,
there is.
It's been wonderful. It's been wonderful just to come back and to see everybody and to hang and to celebrate what this club has meant on the field, yes, but also off the field. There are now multiple generations that have grown up with Major League Soccer and obviously with the Revolution.
The way you know this jersey's authentic, too, is that you look at, there's a little bit of flow on this jersey. What size do you think this jersey is?
Hefty extra large. Or
this
whatever.
Is a small. This is a mid-90s small. There was a little extra flow on the kits, I think, in the mid-90s.
Yeah, that's how the kids rolled back then.
90s fashion was something. And luckily, we're at a point now where 30 seasons in, we get to kind of go back and it's now retro. We get to celebrate 90s fashion because the team tonight's going to be rocking this archive kit, the 96 kit, which is an homage to this kit that you guys wore in 96. Thoughts on bringing 90s fashion back in just a little bit of an updated fashion?
Yeah, this is far different to put on now. You know what I mean? It's got great materials. It's light. It's a little more fitting. It looks a little nicer and better, but it's beautiful. But I do see the similarities.
There were no Taylor Twellman schmediums in the mid-90s.
No. It was a glorious time, the 90s, for a lot of different reasons. Actually, when I was coming in, and I haven't been back in so long, driving in, obviously the road has changed, and there's been construction and all that kind of stuff, but all these memories start coming back. I can tell you where I was. On the way to a game, I stopped in and bought... it would have been the Third Eye Blind's debut album.
Oh, wow.
On that road, there was a CD store or whatever back then. I vividly remember buying it there. And Joe Max was talking about training at Babson and Brandeis and doing all the different appearances, and then going down and getting into trouble down on Lansdowne Street, and just Mama Kin and all that kind of stuff.
Stacey Buchanan's.
Yeah, just absolute craziness. Wonderful craziness. But then obviously starting something that, and I think everybody that was there will be the first to tell you that we didn't know if it was going to last a year, 2 years, whatever. And so now that it's 30 years and going strong and all of the wonderful changes, it's pretty amazing.
Call, I noticed when Alexi brought up Third Eye Blind, you didn't make a comment like I do. Like you do when I bring up
Three Doors Down, Third Eye Blind.
Every time I bring up Third Eye Blind, he makes jokes about Three Doors Down.
That's all the same band. Yeah.
I don't
can't convince me it's not.
It's funny, you talk about stories and training at Babson and stuff. We had Rob Ukrop on the podcast a few months ago. Rob Ukrop famously scored the first 2 goals in New England Revolution history in 1996. And Alexi, he was telling us a story about how, unfortunately, after he scored those first 2 goals, he then went on a stretch of 8 games where he didn't score.
Yeah.
So one training session, he was out early before the session began, getting some finishing in just to try to get himself sharp. And one of the assistant coaches came out and said, hey, the coaches and GM want to talk to you in the office. He started to walk off the field, and he walked past you, and you said, where are you going? He said, the coaches want to talk to me before training. And you said, oh, man, you're getting cut. He said, Alexi figured out I was getting cut before I did. Do you remember that?
That is hard. I don't remember being an asshole. I've blocked. If I was, I apologize. He's gone. Rob's doing just fine. I'm not worried about Rob.
Yeah.
He's gone on and done
it worked out for him.
Wonderful things. And, he is historic in terms of the annals of the Revolution. But it was a very, very different time. That there was even an office to go to at that time,
maybe it was a trailer. It might have been a trailer. Yeah, something like
Somebody's
that.
Car.
It might have been.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, and it was, Alexi, I know the phrase you use all the time is the Wild West.
Yeah.
But was there sort of this understanding in the mid-'90s that, like, we're trying to get eyeballs on us right now, and I know the league itself was doing all these sort of wild things. We think of the shootout and stuff like that. And
not wild.
The fashion.
Should be brought back.
I mean, should be brought back at this point.
Bring back the
But
shootout.
was there kind of an understanding of, like, well, we got to do some stuff just to figure out how to get eyeballs on us?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was a labor of love, but it was certainly a labor, and it's gotten easier over the years, but it's still, to a certain extent, a labor of love. But, you know, we were, I'll tell you right now, one of the proudest moments of my life was getting on the plane to fly back to Logan to start this. With, again, not knowing how long it was going to last, but that proverbial league of your own, we always talked about that. And Joe Max, when we were, you know, the 94 World Cup, it was supposed to happen right after, and it didn't. Mm-hmm. But we had always talked about it in the back of buses and having this opportunity to be professionals in our own country and the pride that you felt. And, I was telling someone earlier, because Jonathan came by and said hello to us last night at the restaurant. The only reason that I went to New England is that we had played with the national team multiple times here, and I had had an absolute blast. I had had so much Guinness, and the bars were so incredible that when the opportunity came, and I was in like a privileged position to be able to kind of steer where I wanted to go, the only reason that I wanted to go to the Revolution was because of the Guinness and the bars that I had been to. So I think that's a great reason.
Yes.
But that was why I did, and the wonderful time that we had on the field. It had been really successful here. But you didn't know if it was going to last. And so, yeah, there was a spreading of the gospel and, you know, being those ambassadors and doing every single appearance and talking to every single person to get them into that tent that hopefully, you know, they grew up. And now we're talking about generational type of things where mom and dad were Revolution fans and the kids are Revolution fans, and, you know, maybe grandparents were Revolution fans. And so that's passed down from generation to generation.
I remember coming midway through that first year in 1996, and Rob wasn't part of the team at that point, I don't think. I think he did move on, unfortunately.
It was in June of that year.
Yeah, but the atmosphere from day one at Foxborough to me was special. I mean, he had great turnouts. We had a ton of support. One of the best places in the league to play at that time. I mean, we were only 10 teams, right? Things have changed, but this has always been a great place to play soccer.
And Joe Max, last question, because we got a lot of fans. We're holding you from fans who really want to meet you and get your autographs right now. I feel like goal celebrations are they're almost a little bit more toned down now, but I was sort of thinking back, and it wasn't until recently I remembered that you used to do a flip as a goal celebration. When's the last time you did a flip?
Jonathan asked me that last night. He said, "Can you still do it?" I said, "It's been a while, but I think I can."
And then you tried, and then you're still able to walk, so that's good.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, guys,
You'll be on the field at halftime. Give it a shot.
I'll try it. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, what could go wrong?
the place will go absolutely nuts no matter what happens, I promise you. Well, Joe Max, Alexi, we really, really appreciate you being here tonight, and we appreciate, of course, being foundational members of this club that allows us all to be fans and employees and players and all of that. So thank you so much for being here.
You're a living, breathing embodiment of what this club is, obviously starting when you were a teenager. And so it warms the cockles, I think, I can speak for all of us, of our alumni, our Revolution alumni hearts that you brought us back. And that we're celebrating this because it deserves celebration. And so enjoy the night, and hopefully here's to another 30.
Love it.
Appreciate you guys. We'll see you hopefully again very soon at another Revolution Alumni Night. We'll let you get to your adoring fans.
Thanks for having us.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Now, what a way to kick things off, right?
Bar is set very, very
absolute legends. And thank you, Alexi. Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it.
Joe Max, you're my favorite, man. Had to get that in one last time.
Thank you.
Well, we're gonna keep moving things
Good
along.
job keeping it together, Jeff.
I did. That was tough. That was tough for me.
Proud of you.
That's we've had some really exciting guests, like I said on the podcast. We've done like 400 episodes of this thing, but we've never done anything quite like this. Are you okay with your microphone?
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna hold it. It's good.
It's weird. I feel like it's tough for me to get my head whipped around with you behind me. I can never tell if you have.
Should never be comfortable if I'm behind you, ever.
If you have questions you want to get in here, I know there's
don't worry.
things you want to talk about. You just give me a little tap on the shoulder.
I didn't want to get between you and Joe Max. It was a special moment.
That's fair.
You know?
That's fair. I could never do a flip. That's
Have you tried?
No.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I feel like I could just kind of sense
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Jeff.
that wasn't going to happen. Well, I think hopefully soon we're going to have our next pairing join us. I'll just kind of I'll keep things moving along until we get our next pairing. Do you know who our next pairing is?
I don't. I didn't want to look ahead and
No,
it's
it's exciting, yeah.
Okay.
These are two guys who you did work with. Our next group. They're on their way up right now.
They're on the way.
It's going to be really exciting.
Okay.
Don't look.
Okay,
look.
I'm not going to look.
Yeah. Well,
It's nerve-wracking.
it is. It is pretty nerve-wracking. Our next duo.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Two of the most legendary figures
Oh, my goodness.
in New England Revolution history. I do not
Lord.
say that lightly.
Wait, Twellman, we're going to need an extra mic.
We're going to have so
You guys just chit-chat among yourselves.
we have joining us on the stage right
Is
now
this thing on?
the club's all-time leading goal scorer and the club's all-time leader in virtually every goalkeeping category, both members of the Revolution's all-time team. One of these gentlemen is the inspiration behind my hairstyle. I'll let you decide which one it is. It's Taylor Twellman and Matt Reis.
That's his style?
yeah.
It's the only option he has left.
You look really good, though. This is not a great bobblehead, though. I'm not going to lie to you.
How about look at yours?
Oh, where?
Yeah, but that's life size. It's proportionate.
Look at the size.
But what's going on? You got jaundice or
You're
something?
so gray. Like very poor
As
coloring.
long as my wrist is taped, we're good.
Very pure coloring.
Matt's does look a little bit like it's rocking lipstick, though. Why
got-
does it look like he's got lipstick?
He's got a broken ankle, too.
Was whatever photo they used as the model, did you have lipstick on that day?
Most likely.
Probably, right? Well, guys, yeah, first of all, Matt, I apologize for bringing you on with Taylor, because good luck getting the word in.
Yeah, no shot.
Seriously. Just cut my mic.
I'll just put the over here.
Well, they already said.
With the machine.
You're in there somewhere.
Oh, and of course, the first person I see is Taylor.
They're all set up for that.
Yeah, he came in early this morning and he switched out the reels so that they were all him. It is funny, I feel like, as I've chatted with guys as they've rolled in today and they kind of talked about dinner last night, I did hear that, Taylor, you were one of the guys who seemed like you had the most stories to tell,
Shocker.
which is shocking
It is shocking.
to me.
Yeah, but it's the peanut gallery next to me that makes the story just a little bit spicier, a little bit better, because Matt remembers these little details. Obviously, with 75 concussions, I'm going to forget, so you need someone like Matt there. In all seriousness, though, to see 3 decades of players represented from the Revs, everyone kind of having the same energy, stories. I don't think any team in Revolution history probably had more fun than our teams. I'll argue that till the cows come home. We had a lot of fun last night, but to have Matt and his lovely wife Nicole come back into this area, it's just heartwarming. It's just everything that, as a 45-year-old dad now, I appreciate these moments, because I don't think in the moments I appreciated teammates like Matt and Heaps and Tierney and all the guys that were there and all the guys that aren't here tonight. We had a very special group, and we'll have that special bond till the day we die.
Yeah, and it does really seem like that mid-2000s team. It was together for a while. It was a group. There wasn't a ton of turnover for that group in the mid-2000s, and it was an incredible group of athletes, ton of huge personalities on that team. How close has that group and a lot of those guys sort of remained in the, 20 years since that group had that run?
Yeah, we text all the time. We banter still, usually via text. And whenever you see a lot of the guys all across the league, there's a reason why a lot of the big names aren't here, is because they're still involved in the game. And it would be great to get everybody back, but it's just hard to do with the league still going and adding more and more games to play. But like Taylor said, it was an amazing group of individuals led by, 2 of the greatest individuals that were out there. And, we won a lot of soccer games, but we had a lot of fun doing it.
And you mentioned there's so many different eras that were represented here, and there's sort of like this connective tissue between the guys who started in 96, the guys who were here much more recently. Because last night that group gets together, and not all of those guys played together, but everybody played with somebody who played with somebody, and it was sort of all this group coming together. Did it feel like a family, even with guys who you weren't necessarily teammates with?
I didn't want to sit with anyone that I didn't play with, because it just doesn't do me any good, right? And Alexi and I have had many conversations. I don't need to listen to him and Joe Max. No, in all seriousness, yes. To answer your question, of course. The baton was passed in many different ways, right? The fact that, and I'm going to bring it up because I can't get over it, Alexi and Matt Reis beat us in the 2002 MLS Cup, and they're still here. I can't believe we invited them back. What kind of hotel is this?
Is there an off button here?
It is. It's just controlled over there. And
His mic is off. This is how loud he is.
It is. No, of course, there's different stories, but everyone's connected in a way. The fact that Jeff Causey's now a huge part of the academy and playing a part in that. The fact that Alexi Lalas and Joe Max Moore and these guys can come back. We forget in this country at times with our sport that it's been around a lot longer than the 2010 World Cup and even the 94 World Cup. And so for me, Boston's always had a part in my life because my uncle played for the T-Men and he played for the Minutemen. So there's just different stories of this generation being passed. Last night was the first time in my lifetime where I felt the Revolution history. And I don't want tonight to be the last one. I want to do this every year if we can, mainly because I love to hear myself tell stories and just tell different things. But this is what the rest of the world does. Yep. And now we get to do it with the Revs in 30 years. Last night was the first moment. I called my dad right away. And by the way, you asked the question about texting each other. My father works for St. Louis City. Every single time one of my really good teammates and friends comes through that building in St. Louis, that's the text I get. So for my father, who played in the 70s and 80s, to understand the bond that I have with Matt Reis and Pat Noonan, Jeff Loreno, with Steve Ross and Aiden Brown, Shaw Reed Joseph, and all of these guys, that tells you it's way more about what we did on the field. And that's the greatest blessing in my career. It has nothing to do with the amount of goals I scored. It's the laughs and the stories, the fact that I could sit next to Matt, not talking to him for 9 months, and it's as if we just had training, and he saved 4 shots of mine and just reminded me about it.
And as you got together with everybody last night, I'm sure memories were jogged and stories came up that you probably hadn't thought about in a long time. Who was it that had the most stories told about them, whether they were here or not? Like, what name came up the most?
Oh, Rusty Pierce.
Rusty Pierce, yeah.
But definitely, he got it a lot. It's just everybody. It's going back and remembering just the silly stories that we had and different, getting in our cars and driving over to Payson Street to play and practice. Just all the different, going down to Mexico, going to Costa Rica.
Uno, dos, 3, 4, 5.
all the stuff. And it was a long time and so many great memories.
Real quickly before I let you go, is there any podcast-friendly, quick Rusty Pierce story that can even be told, or were those all just dinner stories?
Rusty was a speed demon, which is weird to say because he played center back and right back, and I'm not sure speed was part of his game on the field. It was part of his game off the field, and he loved his speed toys, and we got a real kick out of Rusty loving himself. Motorcycle court, too.
Jay told a great story about Rusty coming down Route 1, so that's probably the only thing we can really tell you at the time. Especially because we did sign a contract that said we weren't going to ride motorcycles.
or the Sea-Doo that he bought or anything else.
Well, guys, but once we get down, we'll have another alumni night down the road, and we'll get more stories.
Like, what, 30 years from now, Matt?
No, that's more up to him as to when we actually do it.
Well, first off, if it is up to the man to your right, we would do this every year. My man, Cahal, Dave, Emily, Matt, I think it has to be said that, and I love all you guys because I live locally, but I don't think everyone understands, Cahal, I'm looking at you now, but to your group, Dave and everybody else, this means more than we can ever say in words. And I thought last night there was about a 30-second period where I looked and I didn't hear anything, and I just saw, and I saw smiles. I saw hearts filled with happiness, and we thank you for that. And Let's not wait 30 years to do it again.
No chance.
You guys heard it here. He said he stopped talking for 30 seconds.
That was the biggest story to come out of the night. Well, gentlemen, we'll let you get back to your adoring fans, but thank you so much.
Well,
for
yeah,
being here.
a big hand clap for all the fans here. Obviously, we were lucky enough to play the greatest and have the greatest job in the world and play soccer in front of you all, but without you, it wouldn't be that special. So thank you guys all, and thank you again for coming.
Yes, and a round of applause for the fans. Absolutely. Guys, thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're
Bye.
you're good to go. Goodbye, Taylor.
Done?
You can go.
You
now.
can, yeah.
You can bring the
do
microphone
whatever
with
you
you.
want to do now.
You can bring the microphone with you if you want.
I can't? Cool.
Yeah.
I knew this was going to be a problem getting him off. I knew getting him off this show was going to be a
Oh,
problem.
it's a bicycle.
Oh, weird. Enough about you. How do you like my haircut?
I knew we were going to get rolling with two of the most incredible groups we could have brought on.
Twellman is the gift that keeps on giving.
He really is. What a legend.
Oh, wow, look at this. Rapid fire.
Wow, we are going rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
We're bringing in our next duo. Two guys who both had multiple. Oh, Taylor's back.
Well, no, I'm back. I just am curious. Andy Dorman, when did you get done shooting Pirates of the Caribbean 6?
Jokes are getting
Big paycheck. Two guys who had multiple stints with the Revolution, both kind of representing different eras, but did come together on that 2014 team to help the Revs win an Eastern Conference championship. It's Kelyn Rowe and Andy Dorman. Guys, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you. Surprised you got Taylor off this microphone.
He
Yeah.
tried to take it with him. Did you see?
I know.
And then he swooped around and he just started talking into a different microphone.
Yeah.
It's just noise now. It's just noise now.
Andy, how much of that did you get last night? Were you just getting it from all angles from Taylor all the way through? Oh, you actually weren't at the dinner last night, unfortunately.
That's why he didn't go. He couldn't take back-to-back days at Twellman. He's like, I got to take one of
He's
them.
had years of practice.
Honestly,
Just
right?
don't show up. Yeah.
My God. Well, we talked about that mid-2000s team and some of the personalities that were on that group. I mean, you talk about Twellman and Reis and Shalry and Jay and all these huge personalities. And Andy, I only worked with you for a couple of years during your second stint with the team. You always struck me as a more reserved guy. What was it like for you being part of that group of personalities?
Yeah, it was a lot. Especially first year coming in from college, it was definitely a different adjustment. The personalities were massive.
Talking to the microphone. It's moving away from you. But
It is moving, yeah. It's a moving mic.
Can you hear?
We can now, yeah, it's perfect.
There you go.
2000s, big personalities. Stepping into the locker room at that point was difficult. Like, it took probably 2.5 years before I felt even remotely settled, which was good because it kept you on your toes. Had to work incredibly hard and always kind of keep an eye over your shoulder.
You said he was reserved?
At least
One of the
in
biggest
interactions with us.
One of the biggest thrashings in a game that I ever got was from in.
Tell me that story.
Well, I was being a little soft, as he called me. But I believe those are the words. Soft was the word. And I didn't win a header. And I kind of backed out of it.
Ooh.
And he got right in my face with that nose. He got pretty close. Yeah. And pretty close. Yeah. Pinocchio was right in front of me.
I thought you would have been a mile away.
But yeah, I got a full thrashing in the middle of the field. If you ever do that again, my head will go through yours. And it was like, okay, all right. I'll never happen again. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was passed down from the players that we mentioned in the first conversation. The first time was with the Revs.
You probably deserve it, though, right, Kelyn?
Yeah, especially I think it was 21, 22 years old. I needed someone to give me a little hit. Yeah, let's say that.
You did join the team very young. You came out of college, after your sophomore year? So you joined the team, you were like 19 years old, I think, at the time.
I had
20.
20, yep.
I will say you were one of the guys who made me feel old for the first time as an employee, because I started with the team as an employee when I was 23, and then I was probably 28 when you joined the team, and I did an introductory interview with you, just getting to know you questions. I asked you about your favorite music, and you listed off, this was 2012, you listed off...
Matchbox 20.
You listed off some contemporary 2012 popular music at the time, and you said, and then because of my dad, I listened to some classic rock.
Yeah.
And you did indeed say Matchbox 20.
Oh, my goodness.
Classic rock in 2012.
Oh,
It's just naive youth, right? It's just a naive youth. I didn't know what I was talking about. I didn't know anything at that time. thought I knew everything. Don't get me wrong.
And you were soft, apparently.
But you thought I made you young. Daigo didn't make you feel young?
He made me feel old, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, that guy, he didn't have his driver's license when I first got to the team.
Well, what makes me feel old now is that I remember Diego when he signed when he was 15, and now he's in his 30s. That's what makes me feel old now.
yeah, that's scary.
Terrifying.
Guys, we've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some might say too long.
Yeah.
I had hair when I came here.
You did. It wasn't very good, though.
That was a long time. I had hair when you started with the team.
It wasn't a good haircut, though.
It was hair, though.
Yeah, but this is better.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Kelyn, you've gotten, since the playing career came to a close not that long ago, you've gotten a little experience in media, right? You did some sideline reporting.
Yeah.
How'd you enjoy it?
I love it. Yeah, when I first got back into the game about 6 months after retiring because I wanted nothing to do with it. Right, I was done. I could take my time away. But they dragged me back in to do some Open Cup games and kind of do some media stuff. So it was pre, half, post, analyst stuff, real easy. And they threw me into color like the next game. Okay. But I really enjoyed it. So now that Apple TV has taken over and Taylor's taken over everyone's money, we get to now have local broadcast be on the radio. And so I'm on the radio now doing that. And then for the women's team starting this year, we got a TV deal for Fox in Seattle. And so we have 11 games that we're doing, and I'm a sideline reporter. So I'm having to give interviews now. Rather than just answering the questions, I have to ask them. It's hard.
You should. Jeff will give you some.
I stumbled the first time so many times. Of like, I want to ask this question, but how do I ask it correctly? Yes, can we get them on?
Funny you should mention. And here's a reel we put together.
It's basically like someone trying to find their change in their pocket. It's like me trying to ask a question right now. It's like, I think I got 3 quarters and a penny. And yeah.
Especially change in your pocket, well.
Well, Kelyn,
it's no longer there. I don't play anymore. What do you mean? I'm broke.
What has it been like for both of you over the course of these last couple days, or really just today, with getting together with these guys, talking about your time with the Revs, really sort of feeling that connection to the club, connection to guys that maybe you weren't even teammates with, and just sort of jogging all of those memories that kind of come back?
Well, most of the memories aren't, we'll talk about games, obviously. We'll talk about the games that we played, the tournament, the finals that all of us have played in, coming back to the team, these things of that sort. You obviously talk about the families and such, but it's the jokes, it's the practices, it's the nights out after a game and having a beer with a guy who just told you some words you can't repeat. Like, it's those kind of moments that we keep going back to. Do you remember when that guy came out and punched you in the face and they all laughed at you? It's one of those. So it's great to relive those moments because those are the moments you actually miss.
Did someone punch you in the face, Kelyn?
No. No. Andy tried. It couldn't see past the nose, but yeah.
Relentless.
I say, Andy, I'm starting to
I haven't
understand.
seen him in a while. I got to get it all in now,
Did Kelyn deserve when you called him soft? He deserved it, right?
I don't think he's got over it, but
You forgot about it 30 seconds later.
This is a counseling session right now.
Incredible. And Kelyn, too. I see you're drinking. What are we drinking right now? Because you're a big wine guy. I think anybody who follows you on social media knows you're a big wine guy. Did you bring us any wine?
An aficionado one.
Oh no, I'm selfish. I'm selfish, and I'm just trying to sell that stuff. But
that's fair.
No, I didn't bring any wine. I didn't check a bag. That's on me.
Do you have? I know you've been going through there are different certifications that you can acquire. Like, what's your official wine title? Do you have one?
Drinker.
Wine drinker. I like that.
Drinker.
Wine enjoyer.
That's on the LinkedIn profile?
Yeah. Professional wine drinker. Yeah.
That's fair. That's the best kind of wine aficionado to be, I think.
Yeah. And sometimes they pay me for it. Sometimes.
That's fair. All right.
Living.
Well, guys, we really appreciate you not only taking the time to join the podcast, but taking the time just to join us for this weekend, relive some old memories, meet with some fans, and hopefully it's been as entertaining for you as it has been for the fans and for all of us. So very much appreciate it.
Well, before we go, I got to make sure that Andy gets this thing, because I don't think I ever had a song thing, but all of a sudden there's only one Andy Dorman. I mean, there only was. You're a doorman.
You got to sing it now.
Yeah.
Now you go to the.
There's only one Andy Dorman. Come on. Where's Matt?
I'll leave it for you.
Did you get serenaded with that?
Oh, I love it.
Walked into the the Revs training ground late. It was the least I deserved.
There really is only one Andy Dorman.
true.
And I guess there's one Kelyn Rowe as well. But, well,
I'm a dime a dozen.
You're good.
thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. And we'll, hey,
Thank you.
we'll talk to you soon.
Oh, the microphone was on now.
So many legends. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
We appreciate it.
I appreciate you, Jeff.
Trying to think of who we've even got next. I mean, there's so many incredible groupings.
It's
And
relentless.
I'm like, gosh, who's even next? I was gonna say while we were in between, I didn't have time to tell my Matt Reis story. I don't know if he wants me to tell Matt Reis story. Preseason, I might have told this up on the podcast before. Preseason, I don't know, 2013, when the Revs had a partnership with the Rochester Rhinos. It was at a time where before there
Raging
were
Rhinos?
they might have just been the Rochester Rhinos at the time. I think they had gotten rid of the Raging. But this was a time before there were MLS Next Pro teams and a pro pathway and all of that type of stuff. So MLS clubs had to send players off to different lower division clubs to get playing time. So in preseason, we were in team dinner in Casa Grande, Arizona. And Mike Burns is giving this informative speech to the team, telling them about this partnership with the Rhinos and how there's going to be 4 players who go to Rochester for the season. They're going to set you up with housing. You're going to get playing time with Rochester. It's going to be beneficial for some young players to go get minutes rather than stay and likely not get time with the Revs. So we're in there listening to this meeting, and Bilal Duckett walks in halfway through the meeting. And Bilal says, hey, what did I miss? And Matt, without skipping a beat, goes, you're going to Rochester. And Bilal did. Bilal did end up in Rochester that season, ended up being a beneficial experience for him. Came back to the Revs and helped the Revs win some games in 2013. So
I can ask.
we're going to have our next duo come up very shortly. They're on the way, and I'm really excited about this group as well because they are an inseparable duo. One of the longest tenured players in New England Revolution history, and now goalkeeper coach for Revolution 2. And we have with us, this is so exciting, the man affectionately known amongst New England Revolution supporters as Player X. We have Daigo Kobayashi, and I think Brad Knighton is here as well. Oh, he's okay. He's getting himself set, and then he'll be with us very, very shortly.
Yes.
Daigo, thank you so much for joining us. How are you, man?
Good.
You came, I want to make sure that all of the fans here know.
Yeah?
You came from Japan
Yes.
for this event.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
How long is that flight?
About 14 hours.
Wow.
14 hours.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I came here with my boy. Harata.
And I heard that this is his first time traveling like this, and he flew 14 hours to Massachusetts.
Yeah.
How did he do on the flight?
Yeah, it's good.
Is good?
Yeah.
Now,
I watched him kick the ball around today, too. He's a good player. He's got a good touch. He's pinging it to you, son. He's a good
think
player.
so?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For
I mean,
sure.
that makes sense.
Yeah, scouts are watching.
His dad was a silky player with the Revolution. That makes sense.
Oh, hold on. Brad's finally decided to join us. Hang on. Yeah, take your time, Brad. Take your time.
Hey, we got Brad Knighton here, too.
Take your time.
What's up, Brad?
What's up?
How you doing?
Yo,
Hey, what's up?
how we doing?
We were just talking with Daigo about how he came from Japan for this event. And I want to know, Daigo, when you got the email talking about this event, how quickly did you say, yeah, let's fly 14 hours and go to Revolution Alumni Night? Did you even have to think about it?
Yeah. I just say yes.
Yeah?
Love it.
Yeah.
You were in. Why was it important for you to be here despite the fact that it's such a long flight?
Because Boston is my second hometown.
Okay.
I love these fans and beautiful city and everything I love. Yeah.
Incredible. Brad, what does it mean to you that you were so close with Daigo? You had time together in Vancouver, time together in New England. First of all, how did this bond form, and how has it endured over the years?
So we met back in 2013 in Vancouver.
Yeah.
And it was kind of love at first sight outside of my wife. But no, Daigo and I struck a connection from preseason, and again, the bond that he has and I have a love for culture. And so as soon as we began talking and again seeing Japan and what a beautiful country that it is. And again, my ultimate goal is to be able to go visit him in Tokyo one day. And so he lives just south of Mount Fuji. And for me, I love to travel and I love being able to explore and see different sites around the world. And the relationship that we've struck over, these last 15 years, it's truly incredible. And we talk probably, 2 or 3 times a month?
Yeah.
We stay connected. His son's 7 years old. My son Brooks is 7. And so for us, it's a bond that we'll have and last a lifetime. And it's been really great. And once I heard he was coming back here tonight, it really meant something special to me because we didn't really get to say a proper goodbye. And again, that's sport. And but now we're brought back together, and it's like we haven't skipped a beat.
That's awesome. You mentioned you talk all the time, but was that an emotional reunion, actually seeing each other for the first time yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Almost crying.
Yeah, almost. You didn't, not quite though.
Almost.
He was crying. He was crying.
I think Brad cried.
I had a tear. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's worth crying about. Daigo, when I introduced you, I mentioned that you are affectionately known as Player X to New England Revolution fans.
yeah.
Do you know the player? Do you know the Player X story?
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. How do you feel about the fact that Revs fans still say that's Player X?
I don't know how. I have no idea.
I actually think they did the same thing in Vancouver when he came in before he had signed. He was player. It was either X or Y. It wasn't like Kobayashi's on the roster for a preseason game. It was X.
It was such a ridiculous situation because we were in Tucson for preseason. The games were being streamed, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
So everybody could see that you were on the field in a New England Revolution jersey.
Yeah.
There were media members there who were reporting that you were Player X.
Yeah.
But we were told that we could not say your name. So we had to refer to you as Player X, even though everybody on the planet knew that Player X was Daigo Kobayashi. But it made for a great story now, 15 years later. So what's it been like for both of you last night and today, just reconnecting with everybody, telling stories? Like what kind of memories have been jogged and what has that experience been like?
Go ahead. How was last night?
Yeah. So, I'm so happy just to see him again. We don't need a lot of words and just, feeling and meet again. That's enough,
Yeah, I think last night, being able to have everybody together in one room, and I can't remember the last time that's ever happened, if it's ever happened. And so for the stories to take place, some that could be spoken again, some that can't be spoken. But I think it was an all-around great night. And again, bringing so many faces together and talking about, the glory days and the early days, and obviously everybody that's followed the club throughout the last 30 years. It really has been incredible. And again, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the support of everybody that's in this room right now. And so for us, that is above and beyond what it's all about. It's not just about the product on the field. It's about building a club and building a culture in a city. And I feel like the Revolution have done that from day one. And so if we can continue to do that and keep building on that as we move forward into the next 30 years, the club's going to go places. And again, it already has, but the sky's the limit with this club because, again, the crafts are there. The crafts are going to invest. We're going to have a stadium at some point. But again, for us, being able to come together in these moments and have these organic moments within the club and have this culture is something special.
Awesome. And Brad, you're still involved with the club. You started as a coach in the academy. You're now goalkeeper coach with Revolution 2. So you're now working at the professional level, but still working largely with younger players. So you've worked with a lot of younger players in the Revolution organization. As someone who joined the team as a player in 2007. So you go back to sort of the mid tier of when MLS existed. Do you ever pull the back in my day with the younger players?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And they're like, huh? And some of these kids, again, I coached the under 15s last year. They were 2010s, so they weren't even born yet. So some of these guys don't know a lot of these guys that are in this room right now, which is kind of crazy. But again, it's about building a foundation within a club. And so, again, if they can totally understand and appreciate the culture that's been set and laid out for them as they move forward in their journey throughout the club. I think it's incredible. And so for them to be able to have these experiences and come to Alumni Night, and again, the Academy had training today, second team we had training today, we have a game tomorrow. And so all of these guys taking all of these experiences and being here and understanding what this is all about is building a lifelong dream for some of these kids as they go on their journey for the next 30 years.
I was in the office yesterday, and I heard across the way, because we're downstairs in the Revs Training Center, it's an open floor plan.
The
so you got digital and PR on one side, and you got Academy and Revs 2 on the other side. And I heard across the way someone answer a question. I didn't hear what the question was. The answer to the question was 2014. And my only thought was, please don't let that be the year that somebody was born and is involved with the Revolution organization at an Academy level. It's possible at this point.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But that was terrifying. I was like, please don't let that be a birth year for somebody. And I don't know the answer.
2014, yeah?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty close.
Yeah,
Sure.
We're a year or two off, probably.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I actually have a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
again, you guys are firing away on the
I
questions.
forgot about
and
this.
So anybody that's in the audience sitting here listening, maybe you guys can chime in as well. I've got a trivia question for Jeff.
Is it specifically just for me?
Yes,
or
no, it is.
No, it's straight for you because
Just
we
for you.
talked through it last night. Again, I said some things we could talk about again, some things we can't. This is one of the things we can talk about. So for me, we were looking back, and I was sitting with Brittany and talking with Brittany, my wife, and we were discussing, like, okay, all the players that have come through the Revolution within the last 30 years, how many of the players that have been here previously left the club and have made an appearance within the team after that? And there's a number. Do you know the number?
Ooh, I wouldn't know that. I would literally have to go through and try to start naming
it.
off them.
We're
I'm not
here.
going to know
Do it.
all of them.
We are here.
Let's do it.
If you had a guess,
Well, we got Brad Knighton. He's one of them.
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah.
Matt Turner's about to potentially be one of them. What? What are you shaking your head at?
2.
Yeah, okay.
Just
I was
wait for
like, you know, the Reds re-signed Matt Turner, right? Were you?
Yeah. Yeah, he's here.
Andy Dorman's one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's 3.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be able to.
This is a fun game.
Is it double digits? It's probably Kelyn Rowe's one of them.
Uh-huh.
Lee Wynn's one of them.
There's 5.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
there's quite a few
It's a
actually.
great game, huh?
Yeah.
You know the actual number.
I mean, we went through pretty intense last night.
Yeah, it was some.
Joe Max Moore is one of them. Did you miss him?
No.
Okay.
We have Joe.
I was like, you had to look like you didn't remember it.
We're all in this together. Come on this ride. Let's go.
Wow, a bunch of
I
them
know
are
you got
here.
questions, but maybe it's something you sit on and then we
Yeah.
come back to it.
Maybe by the end of the show, you can figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel good that I've at least named
I
a
am
few.
living rent-free in your head right now. It's great.
Yeah, man, I don't think I would ever actually get to the full actual number.
You're
but-
close. It's not too big.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
too wild.
Okay, that's fair.
You're a couple maybe dozen off, or
A couple
No,
dozen off.
I'm just kidding.
Only 24 more to go. All right. Well, I'll keep stewing on that, but
Okay.
I feel good that I at least was able to name a few.
You did some
and that I
round
remembered
10.
that you were
It's a
one
round
of them.
10.
It's a round 10, and I've got what 6 at
You've
this
got
point.
5.
Five.
Ooh. All right. Yeah, I would need a little more time to think. I think.
Well, at least you didn't
We gotta
embarrass
get.
yourself.
We gotta get some other guests on. The fact that I got 5 of them, I feel like is
That was
that's a
pretty-
decent start.
We had the under on that.
Decent start. Did you?
Yeah.
You had the under on that?
Yeah.
Oh, we were sitting there last night.
You had no faith in me, huh?
No, I never do.
Wow.
I never do
That's fair.
anything.
That's fair. That's all
Constantly
right.
surprise me.
All right. I'll continue thinking and see if I come up with anything else. But guys, thanks so much for joining us. We'll let you get back to the fans. I'm sure plenty of people still want to meet you, but
Absolutely.
thanks so much for being here. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Absolutely. Thank you guys again.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
And Daigo, safe travels back when you do make your way back to Japan.
Tomorrow.
Quick trip, but worth it. It's worth it. Wow.
Jeff, how far did you come to be here today?
Well, I mean, I don't want to tell people exactly where I live.
Right.
It's within a 10-mile radius.
Right.
It's not very far. It wasn't Japan.
Right.
I'll tell you that. I probably could have driven back and forth between here and my apartment
Yeah.
a couple thousand times by the time Daigo got here from Japan. It would have been a pretty quick trip. Did you were you coming up with guys last night, Cole?
Yes.
And I'm assuming you came up with some guys who I have not at this point come up with yet.
There's a couple of layups you're missing that you'll be upset when you do.
I think I would just need a little time to fully think stuff through.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't take a lot of time, so I wouldn't give yourself like hours to figure it out. I mean, you should know, but
it came back and made an appearance in a league game,
right? So
like Shawri doesn't count,
correct? So that was so we had him as a half. Like
Okay.
for the over under, Shawri was the half.
Okay.
Because you weren't sure.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah. He's gonna sit right next to his bobblehead.
We're gonna move on. This is really exciting.
Yes.
Another from one inseparable duo to another inseparable duo.
You got that right.
They came into the league together as rookies in 2009. Both made more than 100 appearances for the club. The guys affectionately known as K.A. and D. Barnes, Kevin Alston and Darrius Barnes. Guys,
Hello.
thanks so much for being here.
It's good to be back. Good to be back.
Thank you for
This
having
is
us.
incredible. First question, I think the most important thing, we've been thinking about this for a long, long time. Whatever happened to the K.A. D. Barnes video blog?
You tell us.
What happened?
You know, I think the production funding, the budget, it ran dry a little bit. You know,
You know what? I think we were ahead of the time.
I really think you were.
Ahead of the time.
we were.
Honestly, like video blogging and just lifestyle, daily blogging, talking through things happening in your life, you were 100% ahead of the curve on that.
Listen, if TikTok was around when you guys had that, you'd be you would have been like double stars, soccer stars, and you would have had millions of followers.
We laid the
Millions.
foundation.
That's it. Sometimes brick by brick, you know.
Where was
Brick by brick.
TikTok? Like that would have been your platform.
Like, we were literally using like flip. What was it? Like a flip camera?
Yeah.
Flip phones, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, flip cameras, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what was the most iconic episode and why was it Kid on a Leash?
Yeah, definitely that was a big sticking point. The kid on the leash.
Well-
no, we actually talked about it earlier with somebody.
Yeah.
You talked about Kid on a Leash?
Yeah. And you know what? Now that I have a 3-year-old, I get it. I
came full circle.
I wouldn't do it, but I get it. I understand the why now. I get it.
I think we need to shoot a live follow-up
Right.
to Kid on a Leash tonight before you leave.
Yeah, because Maddox might need a leash, but
I still don't get it.
That's
Nope.
fair. Well, I mentioned the two of you came into the league together as rookies in 2009, and we talked with a bunch of the guys who were part of that group in the mid-2000s who so many strong personalities who'd been together for so long, and a lot of those guys were still on the team in 2009. You still had Twellman, you still had Reis, you still had Ralston, Heaps, all those guys. They had all known each other for so long and were so tight-knit. What was it like for you two coming in together and sort of having each other at that point as rookies to sort of help yourselves ease into what I'm sure was already a pretty tight-knit group?
You know, it was great. You know, me and Darrius, we met day one at the airport, and it was kind of like we were together ever since. And having that, I think, stepping into just a new entirely thing that you don't know how it's going to go, and having that instant connection with somebody, and then transitioning to meeting everybody in the group, a lot of, like you said, names that have been around for a while, getting introduced to the group. It was really good to have that and then get introduced to everybody. And, it was just such a great group of guys all around, top to bottom. You know, I think we got bullied a lot by Shawri, but, just kidding. No, he was great. And it was good. It was good to have that instant connection with each other.
yeah, I would echo that. I think it's just crazy how life happens. Like, I think the college season before, K.A. and I played against each other at Duke in Indiana. And then little did you know, a couple months later, getting drafted together, going to the same team. And so being able to have that instant connection and things to talk about, meeting at the airport, we were talking about the other day, getting picked up in the Revs minivan, going to the Holiday Inn and just like playing Monopoly during preseason. Just kind of talking about taking it week by week, trying to make the team, trying to earn a contract, and then making the team, and then just, interweaving yourselves and getting integrated into the team. Because, as a rookie, you're trying to make the team, trying to get on the roster. And so the veteran players are kind of keeping you at arm's length at first. And then, you just start to develop that camaraderie, and people start to bring you in. And, for me, I don't know if my, career would have been the same if I didn't come in with K, because we were able to just kind of experience some of the same things together. And then, like you said, just kind of being the people we are, being able to develop relationships with some of the, the legends of the club. It's been, fantastic to continue to have those relationships now.
And how close do the two of you remain to this day?
Oh, we got a group chat that's fired up every day. Every day. Yeah.
It doesn't stop.
Every day.
And what are both of you up to now? I know, Darrius, you were involved with the league, kind of the marketing side for a while. Then you're obviously with Charlotte FC. What are you up to now?
Yeah, so I was with Charlotte FC as president of their MLS Next Pro team, Crown Legacy FC, and left there in December. And so I just finished my MBA. Ironically, I'm a Dookie, but got my MBA at UNC. And so finishing up that, just finished that up. And so about to transition. So next steps are TBD, but in a transition period.
Did you have to sort of come to terms with yourself? You were going to have a degree from UNC?
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough, but last season made it a lot better during basketball season. I had the upper hand for sure.
And Kevin, I don't know the whole story, but I feel like I've heard rumors of you having involvement with a dog grooming business. Is that what's going on in Kevin Alston's life right now?
This is true. Yes.
I love it so much.
Yeah. So while I was still playing in 2019, I got my first dog when I was down in Orlando. And I used to take it to this daycare facility. It's also, they do grooming, boarding, and daycare.
Okay.
And, I had a lot of free time. So after practice, I would go over there, hang out in daycare. I love dogs. Always been a passion of mine. And got really close with the former owner and got to a point where she was ready to retire. And she asked if I wanted to buy it. And I said, yeah. And I jumped into it. So as soon as I stopped playing, I transitioned back there. And it's awesome, man. Just getting to work with dogs and cats every single day. And it's a passion for sure. It's a project.
You're like living both of Jeff Lemieux's green lights. You're a professional soccer player, and now you work with dogs every day. Like both of your dreams.
Oh, it's awesome. It's great. It was really nice to have something to transition into after playing, but even better that I could transition to something that I'm truly passionate about. So it's been great.
Was it something that had even crossed your mind before it became an option, or was it like it became an option? We're like, actually, it's awesome.
It's funny. I remember having conversations before like any of this was actually a thing. Talking about having a doggy daycare one day, and it's like you say you want to do this, you want to be president one day. I never really thought too much about it, and it kind of just got sprung onto me pretty randomly, and it threw me back a little bit. I didn't know anything about, first off, running a business, but running a dog business. A lot of trials and tribulations along the way, but
save those for later.
Yeah, a lot of lessons, but it was I didn't blink. It was I knew it was right.
Now, that's a YouTube video blog series right there.
Oh, yeah.
Trials and tribulations of learning to run a doggy daycare and grooming business.
Oh, yeah.
How many times you been bit?
Oh, more times than I want to admit, I got a lot of battle wounds all over my body now.
Worth it, though.
Worth it. The cats are the ones you got to look out for.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, that's where it gets really tricky and sticky. But, yeah.
Well, for you guys over the course of last night and today, as you've had a chance to just kind of reconnect with guys and get to know guys who you maybe didn't know and didn't play with, which players do you feel like have come up the most in terms of like the guy who's the most stories get told about? Who's come up a lot who maybe isn't even here?
I mean, the most stories are Matt Reis by
yeah.
He takes the cake. Let's see. There are stories coming about Marko Pekovic.
That's Marko.
He loved the free kick.
Yeah, Edgaris.
Yeah.
Juice Man. Emmanuel Osei.
Osei is the one who I feel like when we're telling stories in the office, Osei is the guy who most stories get told.
Oh, yeah.
Legend.
Absolutely.
Took one of the greatest free kicks in club history.
He is, I will say. Emmanuel Osei, enshrined as he is a playoff goal scorer for the New England Revolution. 2009, scored a playoff goal.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about Marko in a long time. I remember the first time I met Marko and he spoke, and I wasn't expecting his voice to be what it was.
Oh, yeah.
And he just looked like this kind of like a little bit harder, but he said like, okay, bye-bye. Yeah. And I was like, what just happened?
Absolutely. Unassuming.
What a guy, though.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Yeah.
What a player.
Unbelievable. The best.
Yeah.
Guys, well, thanks so much for taking the time to join us. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Hope the rest of this evening is nice for you, and you get the round of applause that you guys deserve at halftime. And we'll obviously hope to continue to do stuff like this.
Definitely.
Bring guys back,
Absolutely.
Stay connected with all the alumni. And
maybe we'll do the next one at the doggy daycare.
Yeah, oh my God.
Hey, come on by anytime.
If we can come down and do a feature at Kevin Alston's doggy daycare.
Yeah. Next time you play in Orlando, definitely come on by.
Oh my, I'm already putting this on whoever's going to sign the paychecks for it.
Oh, yeah.
This is getting expensed, and we're coming down.
I see BLO right there. Put it on the books.
That's it. Bake it into the budget.
You cannot fail with dog content. It doesn't matter. You put dogs in the content, it's a hit.
Yeah. Pups at the pitch, right?
Money well
Pups
spent.
At the pitch.
Yeah. I'm in. All right.
Coming.
This has been a successful night no matter what happens from me. All right. Well, thanks so much, guys. We really appreciate you taking the time. Thanks.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having us.
Get that video blog started up again.
Oh, yeah. We will.
All right. We're coming up near the end of our podcast here, but it's been an absolutely incredible time. We've still got one more pairing to bring up. I'm pretty excited about it. Hi, are you? It's you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to ask you to tell stories, if that works for you. Yeah, I know you got.
All right.
I know you got stories.
In your production assistant.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate that. I don't even know what that. That I didn't know. Oh, I wasn't able to read. I wasn't able to read the bottom.
Yeah. I think we might be at the end of the show.
Oh, so we're done.
Yeah. I think
we're
so.
done. Oh, well, that's sad. I wanted to hear more stories about.
Well, we'll just have to regale each other with them.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Well, we did get some great stories tonight on the Far Post podcast, though. Well, all right. Well, I guess that brings us to the end, really, of our Far Post podcast presented by MA250 live at the Meet the Greats event podcast. Was it as fun for you as it was for me?
It was. It's really cool. I know a few of the guys have touched on it, but it shouldn't have taken 30 years for this to happen. But in a way, because it is the 30th year and you get to run that gamut from, Alexi and Joe Max all the way through our history is really cool. It ended up being really, really cool. And it's great to see all these guys back. And we look forward to doing it again much sooner than 30 years for sure.
And we should acknowledge as well, absolutely thrilled by the guys who we have here tonight. So many legends spanning so many different eras of Revolution Soccer. But I do also feel like whenever we mentioned this event to anybody on social, when we were marketing this event, you got a lot of responses from people who will be like, what about this guy? What about this guy? What about this guy? And completely understand that, yes, there are so many other figures throughout New England Revolution history who we would have loved to have here tonight. But to, I think, both Matt and Taylor's point, you go down the list of guys who absolutely could have had a seat at the table tonight. Steve Ralston, Shari Joseph, Pat Noonan, Lee Wynn, down and down and down the list.
Yeah.
Jeff Lorenowitz.
Yeah.
All of these guys who can't be here this weekend because they're in high-ranking positions coaching or in front offices for Major League Soccer teams or NWSL teams.
Yeah, and I think the challenge will be going forward for us is do we try and find a non-match weekend to try and execute this, and what do we anchor it around if we do that? But it's tough. It's a sort of a double-edged sword that it's great for the club that has so many alumni that are still working actively in the league, but it makes it really hard to get them back together because they're working.
Well, we thank everybody who helped put this together. I'll give a thank you to Taylor gave you a shout-out to you, Cahal, to Matt Miller, to Emily, to Dave, to everybody who helped put this together. Thanks so much to we mentioned all of the players who couldn't be here. I do want to take a moment before we finish to acknowledge one absolutely legendary figure in Revolution history who we would have loved to have been here, and I know would have loved to have been here. Paul Mariner, who, of course, we sadly lost a few years ago, but Paul would have absolutely loved this event, would have loved to see so many players who he had such an influence in bringing into the club, to see them come together years later and still have the relationships that they have and to tell the stories that they're telling. I know if Paul had been here, he would have absolutely commanded.
And he would have absolutely loved the end of the dinner last night when it was just those guys all in a circle just telling stories and bouncing off each other. You're right in the middle of that, just loving it.
Yeah, Paul would have commanded that room. He would have had some incredible stories to tell. I know he's looking down at this event and loving that he's seeing everybody together celebrating 30 years of Revolution Soccer. So if anybody has a drink, raise a glass to Paul Mariner. We miss you, Paul. We should have been here.
Yep.
All right. Well, that is going to wrap things up for the Far Post podcast. Thanks so much to all the fans who came out to join us tonight. Thanks to the players who've joined us. We hope to be back again very, very soon for
Jeff.
more and more events like this. Thanks
Great
to my
job.
co-hosts.
Great job.
And, hey, we'll see everybody very, very soon on the Far Post podcast.